What's up, guys? It's your boy GRC. And this is Crypto in the Morning. Live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern. Every single day. No issues here. We love the bear market. Why? It's the best time to accumulate. It's the best time to take over. It's the best time to start projects. It's the best time to do everything. Because when everything works in a bull market, except your career when the bear market happens and you never were ready for it. So when you already start there, well, me and Sam, we're grinding through, me and Sam and Bullish grinding through this bear market, learning at rapid speeds, absolutely rapid. And we're just really enjoying it. My mind is more open now than it ever has been for crypto. And I'm learning a lot of stuff. And when Hex and everything are down and we're waiting for Pulse, it's a good time to jump into other stuff and learn, because who the fuck wants to talk about your shit when it's down 95%? It's not the best marketing time, in my opinion. And if the people that see me, if you look at the bottom here where it says Hex, Pulse, and Pulse Chain, and I tell everyone that's usually what I invest most of my money into, because that should get you to think that I'm just here to learn. We're moving, we're growing. Web3 is going to take over. I'm sorry. When I say Web3, I mean like all the game shit, basically gamifying crypto, gamifying value incentive for people. What's the difference between buying a video game at the store and playing it? I get no value from that. Nothing. Zero. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, maybe my fingers work like better somehow. And maybe I can have better hand-eye coordination if I have to fight for like 2 seconds. But no, video games are basically useless. But what does crypto do? It gives you rewards and value for actually interacting with these things, where before you had none. We have Chad Inu on today, guys. Let's not beat around the bush. Chad Inu. Guys, they got the chadinu.io. That was a good snag, let's be honest. And who did they come to first? The resident Chads, of course. I mean, are you serious? I haven't worked out in a week. 8 days I haven't worked out because I hurt my back so bad. I might go back today, but to be honest, I slept on it real bad. And, it was a break that I didn't have to take. I could have done legs and stuff, but I decided to take a break because I'm getting old. And I wanted a couple days off so that I can do another 95 days straight with the biggest dumbbells possible. But no, I was doing muscle ups like an idiot and I hurt my back, like just really pulled it bad. And so I've been on a bed rest a little bit. UFC fights were on last night. Everything was popping. Bullish had the Discord popping off. Everyone was getting free UFC. You hear that, Dana White? Free UFC for everyone. Free UFC for everyone. Cult Dow to the moon, guys. It's your boy GRC. I don't have any cult, by the way. It's your boy GRC. Every single day we're on here. Sam, tomorrow we're having a YouTuber on who studies the cosmos. Sam. He is a YouTuber. He's got a good amount of followers and he covers that. So we're going to be meeting in the middle and talking about EVMOS tomorrow. So we can bridge the gap between these other YouTubers that are very smart guys. This dude's a smart guy. I talked to him and he just doesn't know about this shit. And you know what he said to me? First thing he said, you can come on my show, but a lot of my people don't like Richard Hart. Never said a word about Hex. Never said a word about Pulse Chain. Isn't that interesting to think about though, Sam? That's what this normal ass dude was just like, I hope you don't start like screaming Richard Hart. Of course I wouldn't do that. I'm not an idiot. But he was worried about that because he's so almost like his brand is offended by. It's weird. But so that might be, we want to think about a lot of stuff. Anyway, Chad Inu, guys, we're going to learn about everything. The VIP pass, the fake boobs, all the stuff. We're going to have a lot of questions. All of them will be answered today. Okay. DeFi proof, 1 minute and 9 seconds. Crypto in the morning. I am going to share the link right now, right this second, in the chat. You have to share it right now. Everyone that likes Chad Inu that's in here, you have to share. Everyone that likes Hex in here, you have to share. Everyone that likes everything, their mother, if you love your mother, you must share. Guys, sorry, I just accidentally sent that over every fucking thing. Sorry. Guys, 1 minute, 9 seconds, DeFi proof.
You already know what time it is. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Waiting on phone. Crypto in the morning. 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 Waiting on phone. Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning. Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hex and I'm making a stink. Got me some heads on, I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that just in case. Jim Redder sent me to show you the way. Crypto in the morning. 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 Crypto in the morning.
Yo, what's good, bro? I am looking forward to this episode. There is so much creativity and resourcefulness happening and taking place in the crypto space. And what Chad Inu, from a very elementary standpoint, is doing is trying to help the broken education system by transitioning part of that in with gaming and with education and with earning money all
And with
together.
real education, like we're not talking about history of the Germans 100 years ago. We're talking about how to be a man and make money and move forward. Stuff that, in my opinion,
today
more valuable.
Far more valuable.
Just
the education system is broken. What happens to something when it's broken? It dies, right? I just looked up at the stats this morning. There's around, take a guess, 2017, 2018, how much money, this is according to, a government site, right? But guess how much money is spent in the United States alone on education?
Dude, I can't even guess.
This was 4 years ago. Over three quarters of
So
it.
this number is probably like 5 times more.
Probably way higher today because of the inflation and everything. So $750 billion per year in the United States alone. So think about that times multiple different countries, almost $1 trillion. This space is massive. So this is going to be an awesome conversation.
And I'm only going to bring up Pokegon for 2 seconds because that's educational in nature too. So what is this? And what was I saying about that education part? Guys like me like that shit. I don't care what you say. I like that stuff. For education for me, yes. Education for everyone else, go to school for 5 years. Me, 3 days, 60 hours, or 1 week, 60 hours. Give me something to just study for the end of time. I don't need to sit in a room and learn fucking 10 other things. I need to learn Web3 now. And I don't need to go to school for 11 years to get to my first Web3 class. It's like, it's redonkulous, guys. Come on. It's upside down. It makes no sense. Guys, what are everything that we learn in school has nothing to do with what me and Sam or any of our friends are doing today. Bullish, all of our successful friends, they all went to school. They all went to jobs. They held on for as long as they could, and they invested all their money into crypto, and they eventually left. And there's just a big premium for information in there. But anyway, let's get to Chad.
Real quick before you bring them on, because I'm gonna have to cut out early because to your point, Pokemon, we're trying to catch them all. So I might leave halfway through the show, go back to Central Park because Not Nintendo team has been great in trying to support me in getting those mints. But real quick, last night, not even last night, a few hours ago, we launched the Pulse Chain Community Validator on Evmos, which is called Pulse Stars. So I'm going to drop that link in the chat. Please go to that tweet, take a look, and support the best way you can. And if you have any questions, DM me. Hex is the way, or Hex Asia. Thank you.
And we're doing a full follow-up, full roundup episode on Monday to answer all of our questions on that with a guy who studies primarily only that ecosystem. So he'll know like the back of his hand, all the stuff.
A lot more.
Guys, you know the deal. There's the tweet. We got Chad Inu, guys. Let me transition him in.
What's up? How you doing, brother? Good.
What's going on? Good. What's up?
We're gonna call you Chad for this. This will work. But there's 2 of you guys, correct?
Correct.
Yes. These are the two. This is the meeting of the minds now. There's two of us. There's two of you, and there's Bullish. So
Yes.
got a bunch of Chads.
So let's get right into it. I'm gonna pull up the website so people can have an idea what we're looking at here. So we got the Chad Inu website here.
Well, let's get some context around these.
I know. I
guys.
just wanted to show everyone what was going on here, so they know what's going on. Earn, connect, conquer. We clearly got a very masculine Richard Hart here. A couple of very nice ringside girls getting a good day's work in. Only on Pulse Chain, introducing Chad Inu, guys. That's where we'll start. Looking buff, RH, massive gains.
Do you want what? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Yeah, both
Yes.
you guys, not necessarily like your name or social security number, unless you want to, but more of the broader context of how you got into this kind of stuff.
And crypto, your interaction with the community. Just let everyone know where you're from, and just so they can get a little more comfortable with you guys as we go.
Yeah, sure. So my handle on Twitter is Web3DMD.
I'll drop that.
I am a dentist in real life. I do a ton of oral surgery. Like that's my normal gig. I'm a business owner. I own several locations. I'm in real estate, but my passion is crypto. I've been in crypto since 2017. Total noob in 2017. Lost it all at the top, and I had a trial by fire in that bear market, and I ground out through that entire bear market, and was in it every single day until today. So I've seen it up, I've seen it down, I've seen it all, and I fucking love the space, dude. There's nothing like it. And to what Jimrat was saying, there's a shift happening in the way we learn, digest information, and the opportunities that it unlocks in an increasingly peer-to-peer type of environment that crypto and Web3 offers. Spending $200,000 to go to an Ivy League school and learn a bunch of bullshit that is completely irrelevant. It's quickly becoming a thing of the past. And so, for the young people out there, I'd encourage them to consider the way that the Chads would do it, which is blaze your own trail and take advantage of the information out there.
Dope.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then there's two of you guys over there, right? So
Yes, sir.
Chad 1 and Chad 2, you guys, whatever 1 is and whatever 2 is, right? Because I don't know how to distinguish you guys, but do you want to tell us a little of your story, please?
Yeah. So this is my partner here, Web3DMD. So we're in close proximity to each other here. Like we're together, we work together, we meet. So this isn't like one guy's in Antarctica, the other guy's in Africa. Like we're here. We're building this thing in real time with a team in house. So I got my start around the same time, 2017. Almost got into mining, then started trading. The ICO thing, everything. I've been through it all. Basically, I also have a medical background, transitioned into marketing, similar to Richard Hart, like email marketing. And then from
Those
there,
are mega Chads.
what's that?
You guys are mega Chads. Doctor Lifter Chads.
Yeah. So yeah, around that time, I was bodybuilding. I got into influencer marketing, basically viral video background. I was working with the #1 app in the world, helping build celebrity pages using my content.
Yo, can you give your boys some tips after the show?
No doubt.
Come on, boy.
So yeah, I mean, the marketing speaks for itself. If you think the marketing's cool, the copywriting's cool. I mean, obviously that's all us. That's all experience working. And we're real life Chads. Like we're doing this every day. We're having fun communicating, and we want to just basically create an ecosystem for people who want to get to know each other, want to get to know more about, different elements of the crypto space, finance, lifting, money making, girls, the whole 9 yards, because that's all part of being a Chad, right? So that's
is there going to be some sort of like in the future, like some, and I know you guys we're going to mention this as we go, but like coaches that you have like that do certain sort of like teach people stuff?
That may or may not be coming. It's coming. So yeah, we have a lot of knowledge in house. Like our experience between the two of us is like very, very vast. So if we can't figure out a way to teach it the right way, we'll bring in the experts. But
I just
yeah.
mean as far as like, you know, like I guess it all kind of depends on the layout, right? Like I've never seen anything or interacted with really anything like this, but I do have a lot of I've paid a lot of money for paid courses in my life, so that's something that I've always sought out. So this topic's somewhat interesting to me, to be
Yeah,
honest.
you know, part of what we're doing is we're building a community, you know, a community of Chads. So guys like you, guys like us, some of the younger folks you mentioned earlier, and we can sort of share alpha, right, to strengthen ourselves. That's why it's all branded as sort of a win together type of thing.
So yeah, to speak on that point, part of this whole like VIP system and getting your username and getting your branding, it's going to be called the Chat ID as we move forward and people start understanding our platform better. So part of that is going to be basically streaming video and allowing people to tip you in real time. So, you know, having courses in real time, girls being able to stream and have a good time like CZ and her girls do at night. So like the idea is basically allowing people to monetize themselves, allowing people to spread information, allowing people to meet other people in the space, doxed or undoxed, doesn't matter. It's all about the knowledge exchange by osmosis and just learning as we go along. That's the whole mission.
Can you guys have probably done this exercise? It tends to be a fruitful exercise if you run a business. What is the kind of like avatar, or what is the definition that you guys have kind of flushed out, or of what the Chad is? Because it's not just dudes. It's Chad is a dude in terms of the name, but
You could answer.
but the ideology behind it, I'm sure, is not specific to men. And I'd love to hear the definition and then getting into the project after that.
That's awesome. This is a very, very good question. And you kind of hit the nail on the head with it. It is like an ideology. So it's sort of taking the bull by the horns approach to life, trying to see past the bullshit and the charlatans and the misdirection that's systemic in society. That, you know, everything is sort of engineered in a way to cause you to just lose. You know, it's just to be a consumer, to suck value out of your life, and have you sort of be providing your time and energy to
a cog in the machine.
To cog in the machine. So, you know, the idea is if you can kind of see through all that and do things in a way that is a little more do it your way, you know, the way that, you know, Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way. That's the key. You do it your way. And there's other guys like you, like us, who have been working towards goals and doing it our way. And that kind of information and mentality, we can teach other people that, and grow an extraordinarily strong community of like-minded people, men, women, people that just want to control their destiny.
Yeah, producers versus consumer mentality. You know, by the way, my name is the Don on Twitter. Like I said, this is just
The Don.
The Don.
If you share it in the private,
how do you spell that?
If you share it in the private chat, we can share it in the group chat.
Yeah. So Web3 DMD, Corleone Crypto, capital K, and then C for crypto. We'll share it in the chat in a second. But yeah, the idea of the chat is just, you know, the quintessential, you know, person of the generation, Renaissance people who are just learning, just moving in the direction of the truth rather than what they're being fed, and being producers rather than consumers, and just becoming the best version of themselves. That's it.
You know, and smart enough and cool enough to know when to take something as a joke, when to it's hard to pin down, but you see that quintessential yes side head, right? Sometimes the Chads pretend to be less smart than they are. Sometimes it's clear that they're all very, very smart. So to be able to sort of walk the line and be able to produce and know things, but be cool and masculine at the same time,
and effortless,
or as a woman to be powerful and sexy and in control of her destiny,
and still likes to make dinner.
Eggs, of course.
Dude, yeah, of course, man.
That's my
We
only
all
thing. I was
have
talking to my
things
girl
that,
last
you
night,
know.
and I hate to cut you off. I'm sorry, but I was like, I don't like when you don't make dinner for me because it doesn't make me feel special.
Dude, 100%.
I told her that.
Men are
If
super.
she- if
Men are
she's
super
making dinner
simple.
tonight. Hey, P, if you're watching, I'll see you later.
Men are very simple in the sense that, like, if a girl provides like food and support, like, that's it. Like, cool, we're good. Like, all the rest of the shit, like, if you're a man, if you're a leader, if you take responsibility for your life to move forward in the direction you want, like, just having somebody there to support you and that helps with food, fucking awesome. Like, that's just boom.
It's very simple.
Solved.
Let's make delicious food.
And I think it's important also not to bring guys into that. I went down the very slippery slope a few years back, maybe 2 years back now, where I went on and I don't want to say slippery slope compared to some people, but I went on a dating bender where my only goal was to be the like most efficient dater. I don't even know. I was basically doing it like a job to see how far I could go with it.
Right.
And it brought me to a place that was bad.
Dude, we've all been there.
Yeah,
we've all
and
been
it
there.
brought me to a place that was very low. Like, and there was no drugs involved, really. I mean, whatever. Like,
Right.
It wasn't a drug thing. It was just like I was chasing tail, going on dates. I didn't care about work. I didn't care about nothing. And I get like that on occasion, but I learned from that it's not what I wanted. And Sam watched me go through the whole thing. He never thought anything of it. It's normal. You know what I mean? Just let me go. But
what Chad was saying, I mean, we've all, like, a lot of dudes have been through that experience, but yours maybe lasted for a year or two, bro. Like, mine was from like 18 to like my mid 20s. Like, just
Dude, yeah, no, I hear you.
but now I'm in this place where it's like I was under the impression that having a girlfriend for the longest time was the dumbest thing that you could ever do in history. And as I become more efficient as a human, I'm starting to realize that this is all about, it's not about your ego as much. Like, nothing like, we're all going to die and no one's really going to give a shit if we, but making an impact is what I want to do. So anything I can do to facilitate that, and having a girlfriend who's supportive and nice is helpful.
Dude, 100%.
In my opinion.
The interesting thing, and this is a slightly theoretical, and I won't go on a tangent, but the Chads come in many forms, and there's a life cycle of a Chad, and like you're talking to it right now, like you're young and you get out there and you're out there more than you should, and you realize that there's more to life and that you're wasting some of your energy on things that aren't building, but more just
for other people,
for destructive. And so this is the normal life of a man. Is you get out there, you date, you figure shit out. Eventually you got to find that person who supports you, who you
right back.
value that trust, then maybe you have kids eventually, you build something, and you protect those around you, and you leave something for those behind you. That's it. That's the Chad life.
Make the world a better place. Okay, so speaking of building things, right? Let's get into you guys building Chad Inu. What kind of is Chad Inu in the broader sense, and then we'll get into more specifics.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Chad Inu is, if you look at the branding and you look at the art on the website, there's very, very little there that's an accident. It's sort of meant to be a distillation of the Chad quote unquote culture, the crypto culture, all wrapped into a platform that ultimately is sort of a Web3 based social enterprise. The community is the heart of the project, and entertainment for the community is at the heart of the project. As old as far as you can go back, civilizations sort of accumulate around culture and beliefs and rituals and entertainment, and this is no different. It's just in Web3. So the system that we've created, which is confusing to some people because there's nothing else like it in the world. It's the first of its kind. Is a sort of a decentralized referral system. So if you become a VIP Chad Inu VIP and you refer somebody else, you're able to essentially, if they're successfully referring, be able to take 2/3 of that revenue. So it decentralizes the marketing. And so by creating a foundation that's dope and exciting and fun, and then giving people things to be entertained by and participate with other people in the community, and then creating value propositions for the individuals.
Make money and have fun.
Make money and have
that's
fun. That's it.
Real
So
quick,
you
guys,
create
let me
value
let me call
propositions.
out this super chat. Our resident lady Chad, CZ Hexing. She
Yes.
is all over the place. She's
Hardcore.
starting a new show. She's getting all the ladies involved.
I heard.
Bullish is all up in that situation, helping them out.
Yeah.
And it's going down. And she's also a part of the Chad Inu situation, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Our shout out to our lady ambassadors, Chad's Chicks. We look forward to
serving you.
We look forward to having you guys on board and
Hexy
having a lot
Quinn
of fun.
seems to be a part of this.
She sure
Hexy
is.
Quinn for your discounted Chad VIP membership. I'm gonna have to get Briz with my referral code. Briz, you're gonna be the first referral code user for GRC for this, Briz.
So I'm curious. I don't fully understand what, like you mentioned, it's a network and it kind of has like GTA type vibes, as Briz puts it, like Grand Theft Auto, which is cool. I like it, but I'm not. Where's the, like, how is the value created in doing this, or maybe just expand upon it a little more, because I still feel like I'm on the outside of understanding.
Sure.
Yeah, I can take this one. So basically, the direction we want to go short term is basically you mint your card, you have a username, very similar to Instagram, like you would have a username. So you get your username minted, and now your wallet
Let's
aware.
stop right there, just for me.
Yeah.
Just for me. So you get your username minted, right?
Yep.
So you're basically minting an NFT, right?
Yes.
So you're minting a one of whatever NFT that you have to. How are you eligible for this NFT?
Okay, so here's the cool. So one thing to understand is that the ID that you mint, there's only one of one. So I minted Web3 DMD when the platform went live. Nobody else can mint Web3 DMD. I'm the only one. And so if a person like just happened to see your show and said, "Wow, Chad Inu looks dope. I want to fucking do that." They go to the page, they can go ahead, they can mint the ID and become a Chad Inu VIP, right? They pay 0.2 ETH to mint that. But
0.15 with a referral code.
But it's better if they already know somebody or somebody put it out there what their code was. I haven't been advertising mine, but if I said, bro, put my code in there, Web3 DMD, and you're going to pay 0.15 ETH instead of 0.2 ETH. Okay, that's good. That's a 25% discount. And I'm incentivized to do that because when he mints, he's minting at a discount and I'm getting 1/3 of that right off the bat. So 0.05. Then I tell my Chad who just minted, bro, go tell another dude about this. If he thinks it's cool, have him mint. If he does that within 2 weeks, I get another 0.05 ETH. So when things are running smoothly the way that they're supposed to in the referral system, anybody who refers can get 2/3 of the mint price. And so that's meant to reward the community for spreading the word about the community.
But what's the benefit of it though?
Okay, right. So let me move on with the value prop. So once you're a member of this Chad culture of our enterprise. So once you're a member, basically the next iteration of our social platform is going to be think about like a live YouTube stream with super chats and all that stuff. That's going to be on Web3. So you plug in your wallet. Yeah, that's your key. It unlocks your access to the kingdom, and you're able to connect with the rest of the chats. So once you're in there, you can stream yourself. Web3 DMD, Hexy Quinn, CZ could join my live chat while I'm doing it in real time, maybe teaching them about, I don't know, going to the gym. And then they can be tipping me in real time in crypto. So that's one of the first kind of value propositions that we have coming. So that is the way that we're going to start getting distilled information out there from peer to peer in real time in Web3 with the community that we're building. So that's the goal as we expand, is to bring more like-minded people into a platform where they can learn from each other and provide value and gain value and make money. So as it grows, it's only going to get more powerful. Obviously, the NFT sales, the metaverse stuff, that's all been done. But what we're doing, we're blazing the trail with community and social network sort of interaction on Web3.
We should talk about the boobs also.
You can't leave out the boobs.
We'll definitely bring up the boobs. I want to save the boobs for a minute, just because we'll go for prime time. About 20 minutes, the crowd will be heating up, and we'll start talking about boobs.
You got to take your time on that stuff.
Yeah, you gotta let it simmer.
You can't rush.
So if Sam, I'm just gonna use Sam as an example here.
Sure.
If Sam Stoll was to mint the NFT, and he the next day, let's say this stuff was going all as planned, he could go onto the website and interact with the blockchain with his MetaMask. And what could he be looking at that point when he's on that website? Like when he's clicking through, like what is he or could he be looking for, or what could he find, and what resources might there be, or maybe even events that he's able to go to, stuff like that? What does the NFT give Sam the ability to do exactly?
So at this time, you can log into your referral dashboard and track your referrals in real time. Now we are building the entertainment portion of the platform and the community building portion. It kind of links back to the boobs a little bit. But the idea is when we have user-generated content, whether that's women-centric or men-centric, think of all the things that are involved in that: men, women, media, entertainment, sexuality, stuff like that. This content is going to be accessible to people who are part of the community, and that is the Chad. So it's your key to the Chad in Inu Kingdom.
I could watch Sam's live stream. I could watch your live stream. I can tip you. You can advertise what you're teaching, and I can be there for that. And then it's a meritocracy. If you're doing a good job and I respect it, you're going to see me in there. I'm going to see you in there, and you're going to be like, dude, I just spit some sick alpha. Like tip me something, So it's very much just like it's a value exchange in the purest sense. So it's starting with some live stuff. You mentioned what events? I don't know. We may or may not announce ChadCon soon. That's not a plug or anything.
It may or may not happen.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, this is gonna be a lifestyle. We're not. This is not like some short-lived sort of attempt to gain a little clout or money or something. Like we're doing just fine. Like this is a lifestyle. This is a movement. This is something that we're really really passionate about growing. So yeah. I mean,
have you guys thought about, like, I mean, clearly there's a lot of there's been a bunch of projects or things that have tried to kind of meld Web3 with social networks, or if you look in the traditional world where you have, networks that are trying to come out, right? And building a network is extremely valuable if successful, but that's where that if successful, right? Because it's so hard to create the value prop where both sides are coming together so that it feeds upon itself and continues to grow. But there's so many like dead bodies along that path. Like how do you see that like taking place? Because it's extremely challenging to build a network where it feeds itself, you know what I mean, to continue to grow, where I could just go to YouTube to get any content that I want. Do you know what I mean? I could go to the web and find all the information that I desire. So I'm curious, like, how have you guys thought about that? Because it's a challenge for all the networks that try to come out related to social and Web3, or even just in the traditional sense.
It's a good question, and it's something that I don't think we necessarily want to let all the cats out of the bag.
Yeah, just for context, I got billions of views in like outside of crypto before any of this. So the marketing mind is in-house. Like we do have plans. Yeah, we can't let everything out right now, but we do have plans to scale this, and we think it's going to be huge. We have reason to believe it will be, and we're totally confident, and we look forward to having fun with it.
I mean, if you look at this, is all sort of about theoretically this is all about scale. So we started, really haven't done very much marketing, if any. We've only been doing what we do, and here we are now talking with you guys. and we have many other similar types of things in the works. We can't just let the whole secret sauce out, because we're going to ruin a lot of surprises, potentially have people try to knock off some of the concepts and things that we're functioning on. But what I would say is that this is sort of a show that's already started, and you're watching it in real time.
Yeah, so this is like basically world-class programming engineering meets artwork meets marketing meets masquerading as debauchery in real time. So like we're trying to have fun with it, but it's there's more than meets the eye.
Yeah, some of this stuff, and these are very fair questions. These are very reasonable questions. And what I would say is that anybody who I'm not telling anybody they have to go out and mint this card right now. They don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it. Just
and how many? Just so is there like a limit, or
there's no limit.
But right now we do have a limited time on the pre-sale tokens. So we're not announcing the cap on the pre-sale tokens just yet, but it's not going to last forever. So there is going to be a limit. We're allocating 10% of the initial supply to the early minters. So there is an incentive to get in early. But if you want to wait it out and wait for the new value propositions and just sit on the sidelines until later, you'll miss out on the pre-sale potentially. So besides that, yeah, we'll probably have a sack phase, all that, with a token is announced and whatnot, but we're waiting for Richard Hart's lead with Pulse Chain launching before that happens. But for now, we are live. We are going to be growing this in real time, and we do have big plans.
Yeah, and one thing I can say is that unlike a lot of other projects, that a lot of projects function on hype and FOMO, and there's no hype and FOMO necessarily here. There's not any kind of a hype driven. You have to FOMO in to get this membership. That's not really the point of this. I mean, yes, there's a limited supply of pre-sale tokens, so for the early rewards for early minters. But I mean, there's still time. Nobody has to stress too much. Anybody who doesn't want to necessarily throw a bunch of money in at this time to participate, they don't really have to. They can participate in Telegram, on Twitter. They can sort of watch what we're doing in real time. They can sort of watch the show unfold, and then make a decision later. If they think this is something that would add value to their experience in crypto, then great. If there's synergy, great. But we don't want to force anybody to do something or make them feel like they have to have an urgency.
Well, you had mentioned a token. Can you talk about that a little bit more, like how that's going to work? Because there's I don't have the site up here, but GRT had it up a little bit ago, and it had some stats on there, or hypotheticals on there. Can you talk about the token a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So the idea is in a bull market, right? A token launches and the price goes up, and people get in, and they become sometimes people become cultish about a token for a reason only. The only reason is speculation that the price went up. So you might see some really ridiculous stuff getting like a really strong community behind it, just because they're all like sort of trying to make money. And so what we're doing is kind of doing that in reverse. So we're building the community first. And we're following Richard's lead on when a token would launch. So, we're following Pulse when Pulse launches. Our goal is to launch soon thereafter. And there's going to be a token. It's going to be, similar to other tokens. There's going to be some inflationary features and some deliberately sort of hex similar types of qualities that are going to reward people who are staking. And there's going to be value propositions for, should I stake and get more tokens, or should I sell my tokens and get out while I can? Should I stake it all? Should I just sell? So it's slightly gamified, but it's not on a long scale like Hex, because Hex is about self-control and long-term. Ours can be long-term also, but we also want it to be a little bit more dynamic and fun. So there's going to be some propositions to, if the inflation is X and you know how many people are in the project, what the price is. Should I hang on to this token and try to get more inflation, or should I and stake, or should I sell? So it's going to be similar to other tokens in that way. And there's going to be a sack phase similar to, Pulse or some of these others. So we may wait for the community to push for the sack phase. We're not going to push for it necessarily. We want to be able to launch when after Pulse launches. There's got to be sometime before that, of course. But I think between you and me, I think Richard's going to wait till the bottom of the bear, and I don't think we're anywhere near there just yet. So I think we have time on the sack.
Because, like, I mean, what do you, so on a slight tangent related to
Please.
Pulse Chain, because we like to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Because I think Pulse could potentially launch next spring or next summer, right? Like, if this thing lasts for 36 months, it's easily possible that there's no Pulse Chain launch till next year, right?
Yeah, I think it's possible.
It's possible, but by then we plan to have thousands of community members who are engaging in value-driven exchange in our network, basically. So we're not delaying our community building. Like, our project is gonna grow and have value for the users, come hell or high water. Like, we're not waiting for Pulse to launch to get the party started. We're just waiting for Pulse to launch to get the token launched.
Right.
So just to clarify, like, we are launched. We
So-
just have not pushed marketing hard yet.
Yeah, so I think by growing a community, if we can provide entertainment and value, like you guys are doing, entertainment and value in the bear market when the dopamine is lacking and people are down and out and people feel like shit and they just want something that's going to be positive, but still in this space and not a constant reminder of maybe they lost money. We grow a fucking massive, fun, dope community. By the time Pulse launches, maybe we're at the bottom of the bear and then we're maybe transitioning into another bull cycle. If we have 10,000 Chad Inu VIPs strong and all of a sudden millions more people start pouring into crypto and they're coming to guys like you and guys like us and Twitter and trying to find where their time is best spent and where their entertainment.
What do you think your best
highest?
spent masculine energy would
That's
be?
fucking right, dude.
Crypto in the morning or whatever?
Where are they going to come? And
It's just that simple.
We're investing in ourselves by investing in a community building exercise.
And you guys have something launching related to boobs that I know we had talked about earlier, and I think there was a couple comments about that.
I'm a big fan of boobs.
You want to talk about boobs? All right, we go balls to the wall. Talk about boobs.
Let's talk
We got
about
72 live viewers, and I think a few of them like boobs.
All right, so let's just be honest with ourselves, right? We all love boobs.
men, women, children, dogs.
Everybody loves boobs, right? And you know, I know one of my guilty pleasures is boob jobs. I just love the way they look. I just love them. And there's a lot of women that want to have them. Women that don't even necessarily need it want to have them because they like the look too. So, you know, eventually what we're going to think about having is probably contests where we have like normie chicks coming in and competing for our attention, you know, where, you know, the card is going to allow guys to sort of view content where women are demanding our attention and do voting. And then, you know, VIP driven sales can go to reward certain women to get the, you know, the augmentation that they desire. And then there may be value propositions for the women to, you know, maybe there's value propositions to show off, you know, like pinups or something like that. But for now, we're working with our community, and we're working with the girls that we know and the girls that provide value in the community. So, you know, there's a number of girls we've spoken with, and there's been some interest expressed. And, you know, I want to get boobs. I want to get boobs. I want to get NFTs. What is it?
Yeah.
NFT. What? New fucking tits. Nice fucking tits.
Nice fucking tits.
So, you know, very, very soon we're going to be having this type of a promotion going, and it's going to be for the community. So we're going to probably say at a certain point, listen, we want to get up to X number of VIPs. And when we hit this mark, we are literally going to pay for one of our own to get breast implants. And then they're going to hopefully go to PulseCon and be able to show off and take pictures. And maybe they put some Chad Inu stickers on their breasts and cleavage and stuff like that. And it's just meant to be fun, sexy, entertaining, and get people riled up. And literally, we can literally do this for girls. We can literally get this done for them.
It's interesting.
Cheaper
Definitely
than ever too, and that's something.
It's like trying to bring together a little bit of social network, a little bit of OnlyFans, and put it into a Web3 type of a package, so to speak, where you can pull together several of those pieces and try to stick it into one area with the narrative being changed slightly, because there's, if you're into, one of you guys said you're super into marketing, right? So you can take the same exact thing, change the packaging, even though it's exactly the same thing, and it can potentially perform better by just changing the narrative around it, even though it's exactly the same thing as other things.
100%. So what we're doing is, like we talked about initially, we sort of touched on the fact that we are like crypto culture meets actual culture, meets social media, meets a little bit of 4chan, Reddit culture. So like real world culture, I've been studying this for years. Like we know our fingers on the pulse of the real world, of the crypto world, and we're bridging the gap, and we're making it look cool and digestible, something that you actually want to use. I mean, you mentioned basically, why would somebody choose XYZ over something else? Well, the answer is simple: because they want to. So the goal is to make them want to do it. And that's what marketing is. And that's why it's not easy. So eventually it's brand awareness and brand building that has this invisible sort of force pushing us higher. And it just seems like magic. And it very much is. You cannot fake this kind of marketing. Like, this
again, too, I always tell people it's about putting in work. Like, at some degree, like, people, I know so many smart guys that have YouTube channels that have they get three. I used to watch these guys years ago, and they had like 8 to 14 live viewers, and I like popped up on the algo yesterday. Same guys, same room, like 18 live viewers. It was like years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I was sitting here like, what the hell are these guys smoking? You know what I mean? And it's not, this channel's not getting more popular because I'm way smarter than everyone. It's because I click a lot of buttons.
Right.
I click a lot of buttons. And I'm not the same way everyone else clicks buttons, but I DM people all day. I shoot messages around all day. I throw long shots out there all day. I throw short shots out there all day. I'll be messaging Dana White and Joe Rogan, just throwing shit out there. You know, like I just I'm always been like that. And it works. And it does work.
Being bold.
If you want to be better, you have to just do better and be the guy who's there. There's guys that I know in the Twitter spaces that have messages that and I know they want YouTube channels, but it's hard sometimes. But they have messages that everyone in this world needs to hear.
Yes,
literally. 100%. And I'm sitting in there with 12 guys, and I'm like, this is the smart, like, and then I have to get them onto the show, right? I'm like, get your ass out of here and come on the show, because I need to. So my job is to project good information and, you know, critically analyze information. And so, yeah, just like you say, it's all about marketing. It doesn't matter. Dogecoin went up 68,000% from the bottom. I don't care what any of you say. It doesn't matter what you say. The price still holds. Why? Because people just know about it.
It's too big to fail.
Exactly. It's too many ears. There's just too. It's the Subway. I always say Subway's the worst. Subway's the worst. But every commercial is Subway.
Yeah.
Everyone. So you just turn in there when you're real hungry and need, because they're everywhere, right? Like you need
you're
like, there ain't nowhere else to go.
Exactly. So and yeah, in my experience in the past, like I've gotten women famous, girls famous, like Playboy, supermodels, like this is I live marketing. I've lived marketing for many years now. So it very much is about creating a brand that you feel. This is not something you see and hear. This is something you feel. So I think that's good marketing versus bad marketing. So as you see this unfold, our goal is to make people want to do it because they want to do it. That's really that simple. And it's all about just making a plan and then pivoting.
It's like the great person in life that you meet that you just like and you just want to hang out with them. And when you get together with your best people, whether it's your bros or whether it's a girlfriend or whether it's the ladies out together with their girls, just you want to be with those people, and you can't always say exactly why, but you know it's a fucking good time when you
It's
do.
a vibe. Girls call it vibes. They call it energy. It's a feeling, because everything in this planet is based off of energy and vibrations, and you can't argue with it. I mean, this is what we're creating. We're creating an energy. We're creating a vibe. We're creating a feeling, emotions, and you're not going to know why you want to log into Chat Inu, but you just might do it.
So I think it's awesome ideas bringing, like, I think the development in crypto space is like, it's accelerating, right? Because adoption is continuing. If you look at the macro sense, who wins at the end of a recession? It's the people who are being creative. It's the people who are accelerating, not decelerating.
Right.
It's the people who are resourceful, to think differently, to expand. And that's the crypto space in general is fucking on fire with how many things are launching. But I always have like, because this type of, I've never done something where you guys are talking about. It doesn't seem, for me personally, I'm not saying that it's not going to be super successful, and I wish you guys tons of fucking awesome success. But it just doesn't, there's no, like, for me, it gets like I don't see the value in it. For you know what I mean? Like, I just
context for them, Sam. Like, me and Sam go through these conversations all the time. Sam's not a weird dude, but he has his material attachment is not super strong. I guess that's a good word. Like, when it comes to stuff, like just stuff, like the whole stuff thing. Like, I know guys that have stuff all over their house, toys, posters. My best friend in the world, just perfect example. He's a normal ass dude. If you ever met him, you would think just business guy, normal. But if you go to his crib, he's got lightsabers all over the wall. He's got Star Wars all over the wall. He's got all the shit, because that's just like, he's got a lot of money too, so he has a lot of random ass shit. But for him, like, those things mean more to money than him. If I asked him for the exact price of that lightsaber, he would probably say no. He'd be like, I like that lightsaber right where it is. I like it right there. That one I got at Disney World with my family when I was we went to the custom shop. You know what I mean? Like, and he would say that. And so it's just like, in the same thing with RuneScape with me. I always say this. Like, I used to be addicted to RuneScape, a video game, and I was dominant, just plain and simple. And you know, I recently was looking up footage. You know, I'm a streamer, so I do look up all sorts of streaming, right? Like, I just want to see what's out there. And so I ended up looking at RuneScape footage, and my body was immediately flooded with so much dopamine.
Exactly.
I mean, better than if I was had a beer and a girl I had never met on a beach. Like, this was better 100%. Than all that. Better than
this is metaverse. This is metaverse vibes you're talking about.
But you can capitalize when you know, Sam. So, like, I've had that experience, right? And I know others have that experience because I hung out with those guys a lot. So I made it away from all that, right? Like, that's just happens to be my story as far as like playing games and stuff. But now it's like, you can capitalize on the fact that those million hours of game time that was played on RuneScape will be played, period. End of story. Might not be by this guy, but there's always another head that chops off another kid that plays video games. There's more kids to play. And when I say video games, Web3 is more so like that. Like, just think of it as like entertainment, right?
Correct. And then just understanding, either gaining an appreciation for that or understanding that from my point of view. Like, I completely understand that people want to be a part of community and all of that kind of stuff, and building relationships with like humans is like tremendously rewarding, fulfilling. Like, you guys are both here together because you guys are probably friends outside of this, and you're like, let's do something dope as fuck together, right? And that's where has led you to where you are today. But I don't understand. Maybe I'm not getting it or understanding.
If I had 150 million subs and I dropped a coin that put you in an exclusive Telegram with me, and it gave you the ability to hear my rants when I was by myself, when before I wouldn't have talked to anyone about that. You know, there's just value because I have value, right? There's just value because Chat Inu as a brand, they figured out that it's a 4-letter word that everyone knows in the whole entire world. So, you know, in the Western world, I guess. And that they capitalize off that. Plus, that's kind of what their motto is. And then he's basically just saying, I'm gonna do the footwork. Like he's just
That's
basically
it.
saying like, I'm going to outdo everyone and I have the brand name and I'm ready to go.
That's it. And another quick point. You mentioned the word streaming. So for Sam, streaming right now is an emerging beast, not only on Twitch, not only on YouTube, but Facebook and everywhere else. OnlyFans, you wouldn't have to talk about that. But streaming is just emerging. And what happened during Corona with Zoom? It exploded. We saw billions of dollars made by a company that nobody heard of before that. So everybody's in their house more than ever. Everybody's looking for something to do. You're killing time on Twitter. But this is just going to be a more interactive way for you to meet people who are like-minded, who are into similar things, and also can teach you something you can learn from them. You can teach them, so I think part of this is just value exchange and allowing people to produce rather than just consume and make money doing it and become the best version of themselves.
This is you had mentioned Zoom, and it reminded me of a story back in when the government was like, "F you, you can't have any freedoms." The people were like, "Ooh, who is this going to be really good for?" Right? And they're like, "Oh, Zoom, right? The video conferencing platform is going to do really, really well." Except for I think their ticker symbol is ZM or something.
Yeah.
But there's also a ticker symbol for Zoom, and there's a lot of people who were just in general, a lot of stupid fuckers out there.
Yeah.
They were buying Zoom, which is like, they're like, I'm buying Zoom. And without having the enough functioning gray matter to realize that they're actually buying something completely effing different. And I believe they halted trading on Zoom because there were so many idiots buying Zoom, thinking it was Zoom, not really Zoom back in the day.
Dude.
That's hilarious. And what do you guys individually, about this project, what are you most excited for?
We're most excited I think I'm most excited about the experience of just doing it.
Meeting people, providing value, seeing people happy, seeing girls have their lives changed. This is going to get a chuckle out of some people, but this is real. Like a girl with a new boob job is going to transform her life and the lives of people around her potentially.
It's true. It's just like if somebody lost 130 pounds and they had washboard abs, their life would be 100% transformed, because sometimes people have physical limitations that are holding them back, not only psychological.
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, people just bettering themselves, learning. The kid who's gonna be on Chad Inu and watching someone's video stream and get some alpha and then invest some money, and then bang, he gets a 50x in a bull market, and now he's buying his parents a house. That's the fucking story. It's not about cartoons and booze. You know what I'm saying? Like this goes way beyond that.
And what about Chad too, or whoever was not talking? Which piece of it are you most excited about?
My level of excitement is in the we have, well, yeah, sure. We have like an internal roadmap, right? There's a bunch of shit that we have on the list that we want to try to build and achieve as this scales. I'm excited to see that shit come to fruition. Like this is the sort of the carpet that the red carpet, you unroll it slowly. So, we're really in the first, when did we launch the actual contract? Month and a half ago?
A couple months, yeah.
It's not very much time. So we're very early and we're in a bear. So there's no token. So you're not going to be fudded. So we're just looking to grow it, expand it, roll it out, create entertainment,
connect with the community,
connect with people, just have a good fucking time. I mean, this is like literally like a party. It's a party that never stops.
And that's how I literally live my life the same way. I mean, I'm studying most of the time, so it's not like that. But when I'm interacting with others, like, oh, Pokegon, oh, what's new? Oh, what's next? Like, what do we got? What's going on? Or I'm sleeping, right? Like, I love interacting with people and having fun. This whole Pokegon thing, to me, if you think this is about money, then you're so stupid.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about the freaking. This dude could be milking people for money, blah blah blah. I don't care. I want to play the game. Okay, one time I want to play the game. It's cheap, it's fun. I get an excuse to do it, and I get the excuse to learn Web3. I mean, it just worked for me. That little value prop right there, and that was my introduction to that was it's my first NFT so far. So let's hope, guys. Let's hope they don't shit the bed on this.
You got to go in with like some of this, like when you get into the realm of collectible NFTs, you got to, it's tricky. You got to be careful. You got to make sure you really like it, what you have. Like our stuff isn't collectible. They're not tradable. They're not resellable. You can't even send it out of your wallet. So these are meant to be literally like identifiers in a community. There's no
your membership card.
It's a membership card that's non-transferable.
That's interesting. So somebody decides to mint one, and they actually cannot transfer it to a different wallet.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
By design, because we didn't want people trading them. We, in case we have like higher tiers in the future, we didn't want people doing arbitrage on them. We just, if you mint it, it's for you, it's by you, it's your name, it's unique
to you and you only.
Yeah.
There's only it's like the ENS addresses. You mint one, and that's it. It can't be minted again. So every name is unique. Once the name is minted, it's minted.
Nobody else can be Jim Rat
Nobody
Crypto.
else can mint it, but it's like, unlike with ENS addresses, like there's a value proposition in trying to like think about what might be valuable and minting it to try to resell it to somebody when they need it. But in this case, that doesn't work because you mint your card in a wallet, it's yours, it's not moving out of that wallet. And even if you had the idea of trying to transfer your private key so somebody else could use it, now that's two people that have the private key. So it essentially becomes valueless to anybody but the owner, like your driver's license.
What's an ENS?
An ENS is there's these Ethereum addresses. So like you probably heard like .eth. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, we did. Chadinu.eth is one that we got. I don't think we intend to use it, but we didn't want anyone else to have it either. So anything .eth is, you can put that in an address instead of the 0x bunch of numbers. So
you raise money. Like they raised money for,
could be literally anything.
Yeah.
But
so it could be like you're going to Etherscan and you're looking up, and if you were looking up, say, Sam Stolt, and if that was the case, then that would come up with the Chad Enu thing. Is that what?
No. So yes. So like an ENS address, let's just say, for example, say Richard Hart. He probably got his own ENS address. So richardhart.eth. I'm sure he owns that, right? Imagine any person, right? I call myself Web3 DMD. So I went in when we started it, and just to get the party started, I minted Web3 DMD. Now there's only one. It's mine. It's in my wallet. I can't send it. I can't burn it. I can't sell it. I mean, if anyone else was ever going to be given it, I'd have to give them my seed phrase, and then there would be no value in it for me.
It's like domain name service, but for Ethereum.
Yeah, it personalizes you intrinsically within our ecosystem. So if I go anywhere, and here's another point I should bring up. So say I have my ID, like my Web3 DMD Chad Inu card, like saved on my phone or something. And say I'm out at an event and I just happen to be bullshitting with people. Oh yeah, you heard about the project. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Check this out. You can scan the QR code on my card, and it's going to bring up the mint page, and it's going to populate the referrer section with my name, Web3 DMD. So all the person would have to do then is connect their wallet and then automatically gives me credit for that referral.
And that's all within the NFT, it sounded like?
Yes.
It's all coded, custom coded. This is the first of its kind.
Yeah, so it's a utility. This is a utility NFT. So when most people see NFT, they think like, oh, you're going to trade it, you're going to buy it. This
JPEG.
is JPEG. This is not meant for that. So you mint your own unique name. You choose wisely because you can't change it. You can't get rid of it. And nobody else can mint it once you've minted it. So then every single feature that we create in the platform moving forward, it allows you to function as a login with your name. So say if we have a social platform where there's where somebody's streaming something that has value, and you might see 100 people watching that stream, and then maybe they're chatting in a chat box below, And if I was in that stream, if I was in your stream, I was watching your stream and chatting, you might see Web3 DMD come up. And you know that I'm logged in with my wallet. You know that's me. It can't be anybody else. And I could send you a tip right there just for, you know, maybe you spill some alpha on something. I'm like, wow, that's fucking dope. Maybe I only tip $5, $10, $20. But if you get thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching each other and just tipping because they see that there's value there, that's extraordinarily valuable and unique platform. There's nothing like it in the world. So part of the question people say, like, I don't understand, it's because this has never been done before, and we may be a little bit ahead of
Our time.
our time a little bit, but we are very accessible, and we are putting on a show that everybody can watch from the sidelines.
And we're making it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
So, like, part of what we've done is we've created user-friendly interfaces for everything, all done from scratch. Like, we're not taking plugins, like Web3 plugins. Like, we're custom coding unique stuff in a way that's going to be a process that's easy for everyone. Step 1, step 2, step 3, like Apple. So we're technologists as much as we are marketers. So all this stuff's being built in-house. And we look forward to continuing to develop. Like that video platform that we're talking about, we intend to grow that and scale that into something that, like Web3 DMD said, thousands of users are using. So if you're on there, like, where else in the world are you able to log in with a wallet-aware browser and
No email, no password to remember,
receive tips in real time from people, exchange value in real time? So there's tremendous value to basically having it be done in the browser, and these browsers are going to become more simple, more sophisticated, more accessible on mobile. Like, technology is not even there yet. Apple is not allowing things in the App Store that easily yet. Like, we're pushing in this direction. We're just the trailblazers. So we're getting it done first, basically.
Do you see this as kind of because you guys are down the rabbit hole, that right? If you have a new computer, a new phone, like I just got another new phone, and you have to set everything up again, right? So you're like, fuck, I don't remember the passwords for this, and you're constantly resetting passwords. Or if I get a new computer and I forget what the shit is, do you see this as potentially being an evolution where you have SAM user information as the world shifts to blockchain?
Yes,
100%.
100%.
Instead of remembering shit, I just bring my wallet and I fucking log into every single one with my...
Exactly.
100%. You know,
you can remember your seed phrase and fly to Africa and use Elon Musk's satellite internet and log into any machine with your wallet address based off of the seed phrase in your memory. There's something powerful to that. And then talk to people all over the world and receive tips and make a living. That is incredible. Never been done. That's going to change the world. Like, we didn't want to go that deep, but here we are.
Well, because that's you know, the evolution, how things going to
it's like education is changing, and it's changing already a little bit, Sam, with the YouTube. We've seen, you know, I learned from YouTube, and I've sent thousands of dollars on YouTube, probably over my whole entire YouTube career, probably a few $1,000s in super chats. And everyone knows that super chats go straight to the devil. So, you know,
right.
Excuse me. So, and if you do want to donate to the show, guys, don't, I mean, CZ, I appreciate you, and you're an ambassador. So we wanted to give you a big old shout out. But we have Ethereum address below, guys. If you want to donate to the show, it's just a little bit better. I'm just not going to lie. I don't like interacting with YouTube. I don't, you know, where I stand with that shit.
Yeah, dude. If you were on our platform, as it will be hopefully functioning, I think we're going to, don't hold us to it, but we're looking at a couple of months-ish to have a beta out. But, you know, if you were streaming on that, it would literally be people, you know, would be able to go to the platform, connect their wallets, access your stream, talk in real time, and send tips built throughout the system.
And any fee that the platform would be charging would go straight to development, maintenance of the platform, more boob jobs. So more of why you got in the first place, rather than feeding the YouTube machine to just
40%, 40%. You know, like, we're gonna have the ability Web3 cuts out the middleman. That's part of the purpose of it. So we all save money by offering a service through Web3 that typically there's a very large intermediary. So this is all part of the value proposition for Web3, offering a service where there's less bullshit, fat.
Yeah. So two things with, I mean, you've all seen play to earn sort of unravel a little bit with like Axie Infinity's issues, and you've seen some vulnerabilities with OpenSea and all this. I mean, Chad Inu, as you know, someone would call it a meme token. It's like, obviously we've said how it's a lot more than a meme token. It's just that the whole Inu trend is crushing it right now. The way that there's a million Lil or young rappers, like that's not going to go away. So once it sticks in culture, it's there. So here we are, we're branded this way, but we have two business opportunities within the next couple of months. There's the referral business opportunity, just getting more people in, educating other people, and that's how you earn money. The second way is going to be through the video platform. So two business opportunities that are going to be completely new to crypto from a stupid meme token.
That's exactly right.
What about that other? There's another platform out there. My buddy was telling me about that you can basically utilize like YouTube, that is already out there for content. Do you know? I don't know the name of it specifically.
It's not Web3 though, correct?
They're definitely
no. It is. I don't remember what it's called though.
Yeah. There are others.
Yeah, we're not familiar. I'm not familiar with it.
There's one. I think there's one called Torum. I'm not exactly sure. There was one on KuCoin that was like a similar to a Twitter. But the thing is, there's nothing that really got adopted properly in a cool way. So we're hitting this community, the one that's A, Western for the most part, the Hex community, and B, in with the culture and in with basically being ambassadors, being behind a cause. So these people care. They're not just in it for the money. They're not just here for they're here for the technology. They're here for the experience. They're here for the connections. So that's another reason why we felt like this was the perfect starting point. And then, hopefully we expand to the masses. That's the ultimate goal. And if you don't know the name of the social platform, that's already the reason why we're doing this. Like you said, there's another one. Well, if you don't know the name of it, that's why we're trying to be the household name, the crypto household name. So that's the goal here. It's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right. We don't like to quote the great Drake, right? So yeah, we're doing our best to become the go-to, the one that's the one you think about when you're thinking about doing something like that.
For sure. No, I totally understand that part of it. Like the adoption part, you guys are taking advantage of an opportunity along with trying to make the world a better place, which is what you do. I mean, this is what you do in the space. People can believe what you're going to do or not believe what you're going to do, guys, in the comments. Don't buy shit if you're a broke pleb.
That's it.
Don't, if you have no money to spend on shit, like you should be really, 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 really focused.
Yeah, this is a financial game. This is a game for people who have some disposable income. They say don't invest what you're not willing to lose.
This is entertainment, really.
This is entertainment.
This should be considered entertainment budget, like
it's a gym membership.
I wouldn't tell somebody to go spend a shit ton of money at a fancy restaurant if they don't have a shit ton of money to spend.
Right.
There's going to be opportunity moving forward. You don't have to spend money to sort of even participate in a rudimentary way. So
yeah, pay attention. Go to the Telegram group. That's all free, guys. All you have to do is hang out, learn. There's no reason you have to buy anything. You don't have to buy anything. I never buy anything. Like people think I do, but I don't. Some dude sent me some RVLT, I think, and I have 3 Pokegon, and I have Hex and Maxi.
Cool.
So that's it. Like that's where I'm at in my journey. Like I don't have a lot of shit going on, and that's cool and I feel comfortable with where I'm at and just learning as I move forward. And more people need to be in that mindset. Nobody wants to learn shit. They just want to fucking say this sucks, that sucks. Web3 is a scam or it's not a scam. Richard said this once, so that's the truth forever. It's like no. It's like no, because people say stuff that incentivizes their situation. Just because I don't like ballerina dancing doesn't mean that somebody speaking on a stage about that's not important somewhere. Right. But if if they were saying it to me, I'd be like, literally fuck off. Like, I don't care about what, like if somebody came up to me talking serious about some sort of dancing, I would just be like, that's just not what I'm going to speak about. But there's a room full of people somewhere, rich people that would love to hear that information. So it's just, again, it doesn't matter the subject, but this happens to be more of an explosive subject. That's kind of what we're getting at here, because the whole Chad concept, they could probably make this work without even putting any value attached to it, if you want me to be quite frank.
That's 100%. Like my partner was alluding to, we could have launched into a partial bull market and pumped the tits off of it on ETH or BSC if we put even just a little bit of influencer
Even
money
if you
into
launched it now, dude, like, you could still pump and dump it if you wanted to. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of strategies, guys. These guys are smart marketers. They could have gone, if they wanted to steal your money, I guarantee they could have came out with a duct taped on Chad Inu token and just went to town.
right. You can see the craftsmanship. It's impossible to miss.
It's unnecessary. It's just unnecessary if you're stealing. Right?
Exactly.
Like, it's like, come on. Like, I know stealing. Like, I understand like, it's less effort, more sneaky, like, not front ends with all these weird ideas. But of course, people can extract value from things, and you want to look into all stuff, do your own research. But like, at the end of the day, yeah, it's like when I start talking about Cosmos or stuff like that. If anyone says like scam or anything, I'm like, you just haven't looked at anything, or you haven't thought about it in that way, and it just doesn't pertain to you, is more what they mean. 100% the bear market is the time to learn and not worry about a number go up or down. Yeah, I ain't worried about shit. Only thing I'm worried about is getting in position with the projects that are really going down. And because imagine if we get into 10 projects that, if 6 of them, Sam, are just like still there at the end of the bull market, like, we're fucking lives, it's done. It's a done deal. Like, it's just a done deal. Like, and that's what we all know. The people that survive these bear markets, they understand the other side of the bear market. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be Ferraris, not for me. I don't really care about that shit. But like, you know what I mean? Like, Ferraris, Lambos. You saw it last cycle. It happened. The people were buying yachts and airplanes.
Vacations to Mars.
Yeah, dude was like, thanks to Hex, I bought a jet. Dude's like sitting behind a jet. He's like, just double thumbs up, like he just like walked into like a used car dealership. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? But guys, thank you so much for coming on. This has been absolutely insightful. Sam, you should do a video on the Coinbase stealing all of our information, just because that's a hot topic right now. Supposedly they sold all our info. They supposedly like actually documentedly sold all our info.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like Coinbase is under like people are looking for alternatives to Coinbase. Guys, if you're in the United States and you use an alternative to Coinbase, drop it in the chat, please. Drop it in the chat. Guys, I'm going to let you go first, Chad Inu. Any closing words for the people? Where can they find you? I'll drop any links you want me to below, and then we'll do our closing words.
Yeah, awesome. Just first of all, thanks for having us on. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.
We like what you guys are doing. Everyone who's watching, like, keep watching. These guys are doing a good thing for crypto, and keep on getting your weight up.
And they're fucking chads, dude.
Yeah, these are chads. So again, that's why we're here first. This is why we're on your show first. But to summarize, like the basically, you know, money grab versus here for the people type of thing. Like, only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. You know, that's what Albert Einstein said, and that's what we're doing. So we're both from a medical background. We're not providing, you know, these VIP cards with custom QR codes for people to be able to make money with if we're just in it for the money. So like, buy it if you want to buy it. If not, it is what it is. Right now, ETH is at a really reasonable price. So 0.15 ETH with a referral code. It's like 3-4 months of a gym membership. If you want to do it, do it. If not, you know, keep an eye on it and enjoy the ride with us. We're happy to engage you guys, answer questions in the Telegram. The link below, chadinu.io, super simple. Like you said, good snag. I mean,
great snag.
It's the best domain, right? So,
well, it's just popping right now, and that's one of those things that's been popping for about half a decade now, probably. You know, like, people have been saying that shit. It was more of a joke before, and now it's turned into a little something. Like, before it was like a polo guy, and now it's turned into more like a normal streetwear, like, cool guy.
It's a normal dude, man. It's just
like a normal guy that's like single, has options, works on itself, and has a passion. You know,
that's it, dude.
Yeah,
that's it, man. It's just normal fucking guy stuff. Just being a normal fucking guy.
Yeah, Elon Musk said, you know, take the red pill. we're not necessarily ascribing to that 1,000,000%.
It has some negative connotations.
Yeah,
that, we don't describe that.
I agree.
There's negative connotations, but there's also something good about self-development, man or woman, and just becoming the best version of yourself, which is what we're all about. Go ahead, you can summarize.
Yeah, that I think it's been said well. I think it's all about just fucking being a man, owning up, doing what's right, working hard, get your hands dirty, do the hard thing, don't be fucking lazy, try to encourage others to be strong and pull themselves up, be a fucking Chad. That's what it's all about, Too many people are soft and lazy, and it's destroying our society. So we need to be examples of just.
Oop, we lost a little bit of audio there.
We lost him for a second. Sam, any closing words? You got any videos coming out tonight?
I got one on Pulse Academy. We lost you there for a second, Chad. Pulse Academy coming out later today, this afternoon.
And we'll be having them on this week.
Yeah, very interesting. Also in the education space here. Well, they're doing more of like, club type thing, it seems like, but very interesting. It should be out later today. You guys can check out Instagram down below or Twitter down below or shop.letstruckpeds if you care about different research kind of related shit. That's all I got. I'm looking forward to we got some good shows lined up for the rest of this week as well.
And the Enu boys, when you guys have updates on your project, anything you want to show, just DM me, DM Bullish, DM Sam, let us know. And it was great. It was absolutely great meeting you guys. I see where you're going with this. I see the marketing power and I see the potential. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. That's for darn sure.
Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate the time.
Appreciate you guys coming on and sharing your dreams and what you're working on.
Real quick, just so everyone knows, just before I go, we're doing the 4-hour, 9 p.m. live stream, Axis Live, Whales only, Orca, me, Mind Bending Alpha. Bullish is going to be producing and be chatting as well. Please share this out. I just posted the tweet. That's 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. My bad for cutting you off.
Go ahead and finish your thought, Chad.
Oh, no, we're good.
Cool.
Yeah, biceps in the chat, guys. Biceps in the chat, guys. Have a great day.
Young folks, you tripping on them motherfucker. With your heart. With your heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Point one every day we mark. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hairy start. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hairy start. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Checking my MetaMask moving. Look at the hex, he is mooning. Looking at wives they be choosing. Peter is why they be losing. Pro chains out and get me a check. He's gas up and it got me a mess. Remember the times he died collect. Hex I been eating, I'm dying in the best. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hairy start. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hairy start. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Richard Hart.